after a loss to the Miami Heat in what was, for the most part, a fun game, but better execution from the Miami Heat down the stretch. I think they went on like a 12 to like 3 run, something like that. Really sealed that victory. The Bulls put in a lot of fight in this game. This was one of those ugly, defensive, tough games. And the team with more playoff experience, the team that was last year the number one team in the Eastern Conference going into the playoffs in the Miami Heat, just came out on top. The Bulls season, a disappointing season overall, ends after 2 exciting games. And now we get faced, Acme gets faced to going to the drawing board and figuring out how to revamp this team in a meaningful way. We're going to talk about it, break it all down right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
That's it. Chicago Bulls season is over with, man. It's over with. And like I said before, just the fact that this is the last time that we're going to see this version of the team together. I don't know who's going to leave, who's going to stay. None of that. We'll get into that and having those discussions. What the hell? We'll get to having those discussions over the summer with the content over the offseason. But as for right now, that's it for the Chicago Bulls season. It's done. A season that's been up and down, more up after the All-Star break than down, but more down probably overall. A 40-42 season. The Bulls, putting up great effort against the Toronto Raptors. They just did not have enough to get it done against the Miami Heat tonight, and it kind of is what it is. DeMar DeRozan going 9 of 19 for 26 points in this game. Zach LaVine only 6 for 21. Caruso 6 for 11 with 16 points. Nikola Vucevic had 12 and 9 on 6 and 9 shooting. You get 14 points from Kobe White coming off the bench. The Bulls overall shoot 43% from the field, 28% from three-point range, and they go 11-15 from 3. 37 rebounds in this game. They get out-rebounded 51-37, 24 assists on 36 made baskets. But all that doesn't matter. The season's over with, and now a couple of decisions need to be made. Nikola Vucevic, his own decision on what he wants to do. The Bulls, the franchise has a decision on what to do with Javante, Kobe White, Ayo Dosunmu, what they're going to do with Lonzo Ball's contract, if anything, and then what kind of moves they're going to do. Now, the one thing with this, the Bulls lose this game so they don't go into playoffs, so their pick will be a lottery pick. So we'll see what that means. It could very well be that, for anyone who wants to hold out hope that it's still going to fall in the top 4, there's that hope if you want to be a conspiracy theorist. More than likely it's not, but hey, that's what it is. That's where we sit, man. A tough season comes to a tough ending. And you guys know I've been kind of ready for the season to end, not just because, I didn't want to see the team win or anything, but I just want to see what Acme's really going to do this offseason. I really want to see that. I want to see what work the players put in the offseason as well, the decisions made with players. It's going to be interesting offseason even without a draft pick, but ultimately we'll see. We will see what happens. The Miami Heat go on and face the Milwaukee Bucks. That should be a fun series to watch as well. Hey, season's over with, man. Last post-game show of the season. That's crazy. Let's go ahead and get to the comments, guys. Marlo P in the building says, I agree, Vucevic knows he's leaving. We'll see. More than likely, yes, though. FF this ish, man. I was at a bar cussing like crazy. Hey, listen, it is what it is. Ghost the Gamer says Kobe White's growth was a bright spot on LaVine, making better decisions offensively, even improving defensively. Yeah, a couple of bright spots to pull out from the season, right? I know some of the more pessimistic Bulls fans won't have you believe that. It's all doom and gloom. I'm sure there's going to be tons of Bulls fans, even in the comments of this. You mean to tell me in an elimination game, Zach LaVine scores 15 points? It's coming. It is what it is. It comes with the territory, though. But, hey, that's a wrap. Wrap it up. You know what I mean. Another one from Marlo P says he should have been the main event tonight. Voots, have your bags packed, buddy. I wouldn't necessarily see it. And that's why I can't wait. And I hate to root against my team, but a lot of Bulls fans are going to eat their words if Vooch does leave for nothing and think that the problems were mainly Vooch. Sad to see the season end. Last time we were probably going to see this core together. Yeah, for sure. For sure. This game was right here for the taking, and LaVine literally cost us the game. Look, I understand that you're the max player, but at the end of the day, what makes you a good player is knowing No, this Levine didn't cost us this game. This is not a game that you could just put on Levine, Shay. What are you talking about, bro? Billy Donovan is an effing idiot. Why the F did he take Drummond out? I knew the minute Vooch came back in that we were going to lose. Hey, Drummond went on a stretch, man. And to find out, I didn't know until this game that he's leading the league this season in rebounds per minutes. Now, he doesn't play a lot of minutes for us, but that's crazy. One Above All says, can we get a new coach now? No. Fortunately, they are not getting rid of Billy Donovan. The real Don P, shout out to you, brother. I told MFs on one of your posts I wasn't confident in the Bulls running back the effort from yesterday, and I was right. I mean, it is hard to maintain that effort, and one of the things that I did have doubts on if the Bulls did lose this game was if they just didn't have that second gear. Miami had that second gear. In the fourth quarter, you saw it. Jimmy Butler just put that team on his back, and it is what it is, man. Ghost the Gamer says it's not on Levine. This is a coaching issue. Agreed, bro. I mean, well, it's partially on the players, right? Overall, not hitting shots well enough and things like that. But yeah, Billy Donovan didn't coach a game nearly as good as what he coached against the Toronto Raptors. That's not me blaming it all on him, but it's just the facts of it. Billy Donovan did not nearly coach the type of game that he coached against the Toronto Raptors. It is what it is. Mixo says the end of an era, the continuity era has come to an end. We'll see. Haize, even though I wanted us to win, why am I kind of relieved they lost? Stressing way too much over this team, laughing my ass off. Or hey, listen, it's been a tough season, man. It's been an extremely tough season. Bulls fans will try to pinpoint the loss on a whole lot, like refs, Zach, coaching, Vooch, and a whole lot. It's not just one thing, and we got to realize it. Tough loss. Hope we bounce back. Agreed. V-Rod says Vooch is trash. Nah, this isn't just on Vooch. That's stupid. Real chat's refreshing. Poor shot selection and fouling and struggling. Bam killed us. Yeah, I mean, hey, there's a lot of things that went wrong in this game. If anything, I was impressed with Levine's growth in decision-making. Vooch was a non-factor, though. Drummond can shoot free throws, which is why he wasn't on – can't shoot free throws, which is why he wasn't on the floor, but I would have chosen Drummond. Well, Drummond was just – the way that Drummond in this game was impacting the game, you just hate to see a player get taken out when they're playing with rhythm and playing smart. Don't get me wrong. Drummond has made some dumbass mistakes at points in this season, but this was not one of them. Drummond was playing damn good today, man. I really wish Drummond would have got a chance to finish it out. Javier Sanchez says, hey, thank you for supporting the channel, my brother. Hey, man, with this tough season, thank you for entertaining us all. Glad the Bulls went out fighting. Thank you. Thank you, fam. Thank you. Leave it up to Billy to sub out Drummond and Kobe to kill our own momentum. Kobe, you're blaming Kobe on killing our momentum? I don't necessarily agree with that one. C9 Plus is dead, man, and now it's overreaction time for a little. Oh, yeah. Bulls fans are definitely going to be over. The next 24 hours on Bulls social media is about to be terrible because, you know, Bulls fans, they don't know how to not to overreact. Honestly, I feel like Vooch is ready to leave. I think that's why he didn't put too much heart into his game. Do you think he's leaving? I really don't know how to feel it. I think if I had a bet, if it was like a black and white, you have to say, is he leaving or staying? I'm going to bet on him leaving. It just makes more sense to me when you look at his age, when you look at the fact that he's still able to contribute. If he wants to try to get a title, the best place for him to go, it's probably not Chicago, right? So we'll see. We'll see. All I know is why did we play a 5-out offense with barely one above average three-point shooter? Vooch should have been in the paint since they didn't want to let Drummond eat. Listen, yeah, this was a game which you could have let Drummond have his moment. Absolutely. El Sampler Pod says, Jimmy has the extra gear that none of our players have. BD disappoints yet again. Javi, shout out to you, Javi. Glad to have you in the building, bro. But yeah, I mean, it was not a well-coached game from Billy Donovan at all. Like, you can't. It wasn't a well-coached game. Amit says, damn, on to the offseason, Haize, you better do something. Let's see. Cortez says, y'all love to blame Zach because y'all don't know shit about basketball. Y'all was on his nuts 2 days ago. Listen, up and downness of Bulls fans, this isn't even shocking. It's not shocking at all. Ali Fault says, great season? This was a great season. Hey, if this was a great season to you, my brother, hey, I envy the peace of mind that you can have calling this a great season. I'm not even going to front on you. If you legitimately feel like this was a great season, I envy you for being able to have that peace of mind after a season like this. Completely envy it. Wholeheartedly. Not even going to front on you. Damn, it's hard to say goodbye of what could have been. This loss hurts for real, fans. Listen, I mean, it was like, I wouldn't honestly, coming into it, wouldn't have expected us to be able to make it that far. Just being honest with you. I went from saying that we're not going to make the play-in to being like, no, we're going to make the play-in, to then saying, hey, they'd be lucky if they win the play-in game. They won a play-in game. Listen, this doesn't hurt. Like, you can see I'm almost at peace because the Bulls season opened on a win against the Miami Heat without Zach LaVine. The Bulls season closes on a loss to the Miami Heat in the play-in. I'm not even surprised. Nothing about this surprises me. There's nothing that happened in this game that surprised me at all about this team. It just isn't. So I'm not hurt about this loss. Listen, we got some stuff to do. It felt good. It was a nice distraction to be able to talk about basketball and playing basketball and team playing well. But this team has to refocus on what they're going to do this offseason. So Jalman says 3 words, blow it up. How about I don't know how many words it is. I'm not even going to count it. No. 1 word back. No. That's stupid. How about that? This team ain't blowing it up. Amit says, Haize, bro, let's just have a positive offseason, hopefully. Listen, we got work to do, man. We'll see. My little brother Spice Bands is in the building. He hasn't been on the show this season, I don't think. I remember before I went to college, everybody wanted Kobe gone. Seems like he's the only guaranteed re-sign to me. Listen, you remember first Spice Bands, you've been around since then. My first video on this channel to blow up was in last offseason. It was right after the Lonzo Ball, DeMar DeRozan signing. Like, I did that video. Then I think the next day the video was the Bulls would be crazy to trade Kobe White. And I remember that was the first video on this channel to blow up. I remember people were in there killing me. That's a weird hill to die on. This makes no sense. You can't be a real Bulls fan. This is why you're new. And I'm like, all right, bet. Just keep watching. And now everybody, like not everybody universally, but so many Bulls fans now want to see Kobe stay. Melvin says, I don't care what people say. Billy Donovan has disrespected the F out of Andre Drummond this season. Set him out for 4-game stretch when he needed him. Drummond is definitely gone. Oh, Drummond? I definitely think Drummond's going to opt out. Even if he ends up staying with the Bulls, I think Drummond's going to opt out just to say, hey, you guys see what I did last year? Can you guarantee me more than freaking 16 minutes a game? If not, I'm out. Listen, especially if Vooch leaves. If Vooch leaves and signs somewhere else, Andre Drummond will have so much leverage to try to stay with the Chicago Bulls. So much leverage. So I can't wait to see how that's going to play out. Ali Fault with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel at that level, brother. Since I'm done watching until the Bulls are back next season, now I only have your content to look forward to in the offseason, Haize. Hey, I'm going to have that offseason content for you. I'm not going away. I don't go away in the offseason. Why did Billy take out Kobe? Don't know. Max Strus cooked in the first half. He was pretty quiet in the second half until the last couple of minutes. So it's not like he cooked us the whole game. But you'll see. Hey, if Vooch walks, what do you feel about the Bulls acquiring Jakob Poeltl or Christian Wood in free agency? Christian Wood, no, I'm not high on Christian Wood, but Jakob Poeltl would be, if anybody's going to replace Vooch, again, he's not the scorer Vooch is, but he does enough, right? He can score. He's an okay passer. He's definitely a damn good rebounder. He's a way better rim protector and a better on-ball defender. I think that can kind of offset. So if Vooch does leave, would not be mad at all if Jakob Poeltl is the one that we signed to replace him. Wouldn't be mad at that at all. Vincent Harris in the building says, well, see you guys next season. Hope I don't know where that went, but hey. Billy should have took Zach out and put Pat Bev back in. Man, Pat Bev it's not like Pat Bev was playing that much better either. Like let's be clear here. Pat Bev wasn't playing that much better either. Bro, they shot 17 free throws. Effing Tony the Turtle. Hey, listen, yeah, the free throw discrepancy is tough, but it's the same free throw. It's probably a little bit better than the free throw discrepancy we had against the Toronto Raptors. So It does feel sometimes like BD doesn't like Drummond, doesn't let Drummond eat or like Drummond to eat, like he's jealous of his strong frame or something. What? How did we get here, Tariq? How did we get here, bro? I love Zach LaVine, but he did make some bowhead. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely made some bowheaded plays. Him and it was just mainly him. I mean, yeah, he definitely made some bowheaded plays in this game for sure. Where are the Vooch defenders at? Here, because one bad game doesn't stop somebody from the impact they still had on the team. So, realistic people. Haize, what's your thoughts on the game? I said it. Like nothing in this game surprised me. There's nothing in this game that surprised me at all. CNI Plus says, Haize, I'm a positive Bulls fan. This wasn't a great season. This was highs and lows. Oh, yeah, for sure. This season was tough. This season sucked. That's what it is. Thanks for everything this season, Haize. There were so many memorable live streams. Looking forward to your future videos. Well, thank you, Emmanuel. Glad to have you in the building, man. We definitely going to have fun. And we're still going to be in the offseason. I'll have some. I'll probably do like one live stream a month at least. Like, draft, we'll definitely do a live stream. Draft lottery, we'll probably do a live stream just because of the possibility. Free agency opening, we'll definitely do a live stream. So we'll still have live streams off and on for sure. Young Messiah in the building says, we'll get our consistency together this summer. We got a good core. Well, that's the thing, though, is that we're probably losing some of that core. So it's going to be a change. It's going to be a big change to this roster. And, especially if Vooch decides not to come back, it's going to be a major change, and you have to fill that hole. So that's what she said. Well, let's keep it moving. Jimmy ain't shit. Bam ain't shit. Strus ain't shit. Stevie, the refs gave them this game after we went up 6 late in the fourth. Well, damn, Flame James. Okay. Well, hey, you got to do what you got to do. Black Prophet in the building. The Bulls don't get the ball inside the Vooch. They also don't get any easy shots. Zach did not show up this game. The Heat did not really play well. The Bulls need a true starting point guard. Well, yeah, I mean, the really difference in this game was Max Strus, especially in the first half. But it was just Jimmy Butler just going into a level our players did not. DeMar tried it. And for a second there, it looked like DeMar was going to go to that level. When the Bulls took that 4 and 6 point lead, and then Kobe hit a couple of big threes to get the momentum back, it seemed like maybe we were going to go in that and match that, but we didn't. We showed flashes of it. We just didn't get it good enough. So, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Oh, God, you said that. Yeah, listen, I'll tell you, I always know, guys. I always know. See, now says, I remember that Haize Kobe stand. Said, always. Sampler Pod says, all right, Haize, take care, bro. Going back to the rest and stuff. Looking forward to the offseason news. Yeah, I got AEW on the screen over here right now. So, yeah, do your thing, brother. Mr. Quentin Johnson says, Kobe showed why we need to resign him this year. Absolutely. And I also think that Kobe shows why you don't give up on players that are still very young and still have developing to do. Like, seriously, let's be clear here. Midway through at last season's trade deadline, not this season's, if you did a poll, at least 85% of Bulls fans would have said that they wanted to see the Bulls trade Kobe. And that changed by this trade deadline, and it's changed even more with this play after the All-Star break. But that is why you don't give up on young players, right? Especially when it's different if you're one piece away from a title and you have some promising young players. Send their ass off. Get you that piece that's going to make you a championship-level team. But when you're this far away from being a championship-level team, you don't just give up on young players because, listen, it's just not – why is fucking Jeff Jarrett still wrestling? That motherfucker really looks like a grandfather. You can tell he still dyes his hair. What is going on? Anyway, sorry. Silk Ron in the building says, damn, it is what it is. All this team needs is a few solid vets to fit around DeMar and Zach. No, we need a lot more than that, Silk Ron. A lot more than that. That's an oversimplification. We need a lot more than that. Haize, I did really like Billy pulling Kobe for Pat Bev late in this game after Kobe made a couple of threes. Yeah, I agree with that. Jorge says, Vooch's unathleticism at the center compromises our defense too much. He needs to go. No, that's false. So his athleticism does, especially because we have guards that get beat on pick and rolls and he gets put in bad situations and he's a terrible one-on-one defender. But if you just replace him with a shot blocking big, I guarantee you, watch what I say. As long as DeMar DeRozan's still on the team, that lane is going to be clogged up. We're going to be a lot easier to defend down stretches of games. It's going to just get a lot worse off. Yes, you can replace Vooch with a better defensive center easily. There are 50 centers better defensively than Nikola Vucevic in the NBA. But there are only like 4 or 5 that are better than him offensively. And you have to find the right combination. Just getting a shot blocking big that can't pass, that can't shoot a little bit, at least stretch that ball out to at least 12-foot jumper, I'm telling you, it's going to clog the lane way too much. Way too much. Super chat, Mario P says, great content, sir, all season. Do we trade DeRozan, and what can we hope to get for him? Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel. Yes, there's absolutely a possibility that DeMar could be traded this offseason. There's a possibility anybody could be traded this offseason. And the key thing I think you're looking for the best deal available, because what could help you is cap space. What could help you is getting back a contract that maybe is a little bit less, and then you can add better free agents, right? It's not like you're going to, in trading DeMar, you're looking to just get a player back. That's not how it works. If you move on from DeMar, there's a few different things you can do. You can get a couple of really, really high-level role players back that match that contract to break that up, and then try to go out and maybe hope somebody develops or go out and get a different player. You can try to recoup some draft picks since you've given up some. There's a lot of different ways. There's not one singular thing that you need to do in moving DeMar DeRozan if they choose to do so. Bill L says, you know how fans going to be kaboom. Oh, for sure. For sure. We already know. Say My Name says, not gonna lie, I was really rooting for us to win and see what shenanigans G. Allen got for us and see what Pat Bev and Drum got to say. Listen, it is what it is, man. This season, this was a difficult season. Definitely difficult season. Biggest fear is we lose both Vooch and Drummond and end up next season wishing for a season like this one. Woo, if we wish for a season like this one, that season is dark. But the benefit of that is we own our own first-round pick outright. So if we have an even worse season next season, at least we own our own pick. Poto was Walmart Vooch to me, to be honest. I'd rather have Vooch. Well, no, Poto was a way better defender than Vooch. It's not even remote. They don't even have the same skill set, really, not even offensively. Melvin says, by the way, thank you to DeMar DeRozan. If that was his last game as a Bull, thank you for making the last 2 years interesting. I have gone back and forth, man. I know what I would like to see them do, but I don't necessarily know if they're going to move on from DeMar. We'll see. This game is the perfect example of why Billy isn't a great coach. He has a game plan and will stick to it at all costs. He has minutes and rotations locked in pregame. Well, I don't think he did have minutes in parts of this game, but yeah, we all know Billy Donovan isn't a great coach. He's not a great NBA coach at all. He's no bag Billy for a reason. Eric Hill says, hey, thank you for the super chat and supporting the channel, brother. Enjoy your show, man. Keep it going, Haize. Where was P. Will and Drummond? Drummond was cooking and BD sat him. Worst AK move was re-signing Billy Donovan. Definitely don't agree. Definitely don't disagree with that at all. I do not disagree with you at all there. Seaways World says, I'm glad I'm not the one getting paid to fix the team because I really don't got the answers. Sway, you don't got the answers. It is what it is. None of us really do. So, super chat, Keith Murray's trench coat. Shout out to that username, brother. Billy played right into how the Heat needed them to play in the fourth. When he subbed for that perimeter-based lineup, the Bulls needed to keep attacking. I mean, yeah. In hindsight, it's easy to say too, but like, I'm sure Billy has some rationale for it. Am I going to listen to the rationale? No, because I don't like anything Billy Donovan says. Tell him to keep chewing gum. That's all I can say. Billy Donovan dropped that gum triple-double, though. That's what we got tonight. How poetic that Jimmy, a former Bull, and Strus, who's from the city, eliminated us. Hey, it is what it is. Poetry, it rhymes. To quote George Lucas. But hey, it is what it is. JPEG says, love your work, Haize. MVP this year. Let's hope for some good big changes in the offseason. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Football. CF Candy says, look, that's exactly why I think we have to rebuild, Haize. Even if this front office doesn't think so, you cannot trade any picks. Still ours, but protected, so can't be moved. No, we can still, no, that's not how the Stephen rule works. We can trade our picks. Honestly, the Bulls are honestly with the new CBA that has limited how many future picks over the cap teams can trade. It makes the Bulls and teams like the Bulls that are below the luxury tax and them able to now it's even more like the Bulls. Yes, they can't trade their pick in 2024 until the draft. Technically, they can trade it in the draft. We don't have our own 2025 pick. But after that, we can trade all of our picks. So again, you got to understand the protections better. The only pick that we can't trade is 2024, and the 2025 already sent out. But other than that, we can start moving draft picks. We can move it out to 7 years. So no, we have draft capital to move. And that would actually benefit a team. If you look at a team and then say, hey, we're going to trade you a star or near star, right? And you're going to send us a pick that's in 2029. Hey, we don't even know if the player we sent you is even going to still be there. Zach LaVine may not even still be there. Hey, that may be a damn good pick by then. So no, we still have plenty of draft capital to trade. Blowing it all up ain't happening. It's not happening. You could wish for it. You could pray for it. I guarantee you it's not happening. That's not what AK does. Haize, did you see the message by some random asking if we could trade LaVine for Terry Rozier? No, because God knows how to protect my peace, and he blocks me from seeing idiots, pretty much. There's some that I got to check in the stream, but he blocked me from seeing that. Fernando in the building says, Haize, it was a pleasure watching you and rooting for this team. Just leaving the game. This one hurt, brother. Let's see what the offseason brings. I'm definitely Team Kobe. I think a lot of people are Team Kobe. The team reminded me of the OKC teams Billy used to coach. He needs great scorers who can get their own shots, and the rest of the team plays up-tempo and bombs threes. Billy is not a tactician at all, Funkel. Not at all. You hit the nail on the head there, brother. Haize, what are you doing with Ball's contract? Whoa, hey, man, listen. I don't sign porn contracts, bro. No, what are you doing with Lonzo's contract this offseason? And let's go ping pong balls and auntie calls. If I'm the Bulls, just because of the business aspect of it, not because I don't like Lonzo, not because I don't hope Lonzo's going to make a full return, I'm filing for the career-ending injury exception. Period. We got so much that we need to improve. To be able to add an unexpected $21 million in true cap space, I'm taking a chance on that every single time. Every single time. I low-key think Zach will be in the gym with DeMar and work more on those handles. Say what you want, but Zach has come into every season with us so far with something new in his arsenal. Facts. That's 100% right. 100%. We need shooting. If we re-sign everybody, might not be able to address it, especially with our ownership. We can't trade picks because of our old. No, we don't have protections. We can't. I think you're confusing it with the Portland pick. Portland can't trade any of their future picks because of the protections to us. The Bulls picks that they send out are they have very simple protections. The top 4 to Orlando, the 1-2 San Antonio is lottery protected. That's it. We can trade our own picks. So no, I think you're confusing it with the protection around Portland's pick that's owed to us. That protection has made it so restrictive they can't trade any of their own first round picks without additional heavy protections until 2030. So I think that may be what you're confusing there, brother. Grindfest says Io was horrible. Yeah, Io was absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. When DeMar, Kobe, and AD was cooking, I still said we need fire from Zach for about 5 to 7 minutes. We need Vooch to re-sign because if they lose Vooch and AD, then we're in trouble. Yeah, I mean, listen, if Vooch and Andre Drummond leaves, that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Juan, I don't think anybody's saying trade. We can't trade Vooch now. He's a free agent. So we can't trade. We can try to force a signing, or not force, but we can try to entice his team with the signing trade to help facilitate them signing him. But the outright signing Vooch, that ship has sailed. It's gone. It's done. Man, we need Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen return from thin air. That's funny. That's funny. First of all, Scottie, his mental right now, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. In my opinion, with Mike Jones says, thanks for everything, Haize. Looking forward to your offseason content. Hey, man, I'm looking forward to it, too. We're going to have fun. We still have fun in the offseason. We'll get some speculative videos. We'll have fun, though. It's going to be fun, I promise you guys. I expect Patrick Williams has the hardest working summer of his career. We need him to step it up big from Cannon. Well, technically, he had the hardest working summer of his career last season, and he came out still flat. Again, I don't say that to just be a negative Nancy, but just really, like, you can work hard and still not take a leap. Like, because working hard in the summer is different from learning to be aggressive on the court. Patrick Williams has to unlock his mind so he knows to stay aggressive at all times. Great points on DeRozan and Vooch Haize. Thank you, sir. Oh, no problem, Mario P. That's what I'm here for. One Production says, DeMar, I appreciate you and everything you did for us. AC all defense, Caruso, I appreciate you too, but you should not be taking more shots than Vooch. Vooch, you old as fuck, bro. Vooch ain't that. He's younger than DeMar. Listen, we needed the shots that Caruso took tonight. Yeah, he took a lot of shots, but we needed him to take them. If he wouldn't have took those shots, it would have been even uglier. What up, Haize? You know my feelings, and this is all on Zach. Sorry, I got to disagree with you, but hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion. What saddens me is that we will never get the chance to see this roster with a different coach than BD. I will go to my grave believing this roster was a lot closer than we think with proper coaching. Hey, and that's not a fault of you to think that. I mean, it's fair. Coaching has absolutely been part of the issue here. Absolutely. By the way, bro, your videos helped me get through some pain and tough times this season and through depression, bro. I'm going to miss this channel and fuck Billy Donovan, by the way, in front office for the extension. Well, hey, what makes you think I'm going anywhere? I'm not going anywhere, bro. Like, this channel is still going to be, we're still going to be daily. It's not going anywhere. So listen, we still got daily content for you. Archangel in the building says, thank you, Haize. That cheered me up. If we have a bad year next year, at least we have our pick. Needed to hear that silver lining. Hey, there's always some type of silver lining. Sydney says, I'm excited to see how this offseason will pan out. Honestly, when will they start making changes and when will we hear about it? As soon as the season's over with? Well, they did have a new rule where basically as soon as the final, I think it's like a day after the finals, teams can start re-signing their own free agents. They can't, not other teams' free agents. So we could start hearing moves if they start re-signing guys, but it's probably going to be a while. Usually you don't start getting major moves till maybe a couple days before the draft, but usually there's some big trades that go down in the draft. Then it gets quiet again, and then it starts ramping back up leading up to free agency. Then you have the the negotiating period. So it's going to be some quiet months. Like, let me say at least a month of quietness, basically complete quietness. But we'll see. We'll see. Adrian in the building. Thank you for supporting the channel, brother. Says, thanks for keeping us updated on the Bulls this year. I've been busy as heck this year, but looking forward to more next year. Hey, Adrian, I'm glad you're out here getting it, bro. B. Johnson in the building says, I don't mind keeping Vooch because of his offense and him stretching the floor, but because he can't jump 3 inches off the ground and move laterally, it's what's killing our inside defense. Well, also is our partner of attack defense. Like, it's hard for a player that's already slowing out the best one-on-one defender when your guards sometimes don't always play the best defense either. But yeah, but that's why roster construction is important, right? If they are going to keep Vooch, they do have to find a way to bring in talent to this roster to help offset the issues that Vooch does present, if you're going to keep him. So we'll see. Galleon says, Vooch ain't coming back. Bulls fans been shitting on him for 3 years. Crazy that next year we're going to have no draft pick and no Vooch to show for it. Well, keep in mind this. Players do not trip off fans as much as we think they do. If that was the case, Zach wouldn't have come back here. So let's keep that in mind. It's not really about the fans, because I think players realize, hey, if we win, the fans are going to be cool. So if the Bulls can put a team together well enough and convince Vooch on their future, I don't think he's going to be saying, well, yeah, but the fans in Haize's YouTube comment section said that I was the problem, so I don't know if I should re-sign here. 20 million? Oh, yeah, let me put my name on the dot. Don't worry, fuck them fans. That's literally how it'll go. So, like, I think fans like to think they have a bigger impact than what they do, and especially with this franchise, they don't give a shit about the fans. They don't care about us. Nicola Vrand says, I might be frustrated at this moment, but without free throws, Jimmy is slightly better. Matisse Thybulle, meaning defense with some offense, poor three-point shooting, poor mid-range shooting, nothing but bully ball. Well, goddamn, bro. Goddamn. Okay, well. Jared says, Chicago Bulls head coach Billy Donovan said that he took Kobe White out in the fourth for Patrick Beverley because of defensive purposes. This is his reason. For defense, Kobe White was playing better defense. Come on, fam. That's the person that makes it so, oh, shit. That's the person that makes it so hard to defend anything he fucking says. He's a goddamn idiot. Michael Tina says, this was such a winnable game. We just couldn't close it out. Questionable closing lineup from BD. Why he pulled Kobe out? Well, apparently he said he pulled Kobe out because of defense. Haize, we needed to. There are 5 DR DeRozans out there. Hey, listen, it is what it is, man. Hey, yo, big lip ass didn't do shit. Big lip ass didn't do shit. Hey, that's your son, though, auntie. That's your son. But yeah, he ain't do shit. He was terrible this game. As May says, whoever says trade DeMar is an idiot. Levine has been shit. Trade Levine, but you can't rely on Zach in big games. No, whoever, like, if you think that keeping DeMar, a 34-year-old player for the future of your team, that's stupid. So, like, it really depends on the makeup of the team. But if you're revamping a team, you are way further away from competing in DeMar DeRozan's timeline than anything else. And also, let's keep in mind this. Let's do this. DeMar is going to be in the same position as Nikola Vucevic next year. If you bet on DeMar being the centerpiece of your team, what if we don't? And what if he goes to chase a ring like Vooch may do? Then you're definitely stuck. So no, you got to chill on that. There's a lot of sensible reasons to trade DeMar DeRozan for just not to say he's bad, not to blame everything on him, but just for the sense of business, of business practices. It makes a lot of sense to trade DeMar in a lot of ways. Not saying that they will, but I'm just saying there's way more sensible reasons to do that than anything else. Levine played like, in this game, absolutely. You can't say nobody, like, I don't think anybody's going to defend how Zach played in this game. Zach was absolute dog shit this game. Hard to tell how this season gets retooled. Who comes, who goes, who gets traded. Anyway, see you next season, Haize. Listen, I don't envy the position that Acme's in at all because they have so many tough decisions to make. Yeah, and they got to get to work on it. Football CF Candy says, yeah, my bad, Haize. I got confused. I was thinking about it because if we have a top 4 pick this year, then it transpires to the Magic in 2026. Then again, should we be trading our 2026-27 pick? No, at this point, I don't think the Bulls should be trading any of their picks. And here's the reason, right? If you can't build a roster that can compete, hold on to your picks. You don't even have to blow up the roster at that point. You're going to suck. So you're going to get a series of lottery picks. I really hope that if AK does, let's say if he does trade any future picks, that you are getting an absolute stud back. Because if you're trading picks for just these mid moves, that will absolutely hurt your roster. Absolutely hurt it. Eads Instruments in the building. Felt like they had this one. Would love to see Billy out of the dungeon. I know it's doubtful. Hey, listen, Billy Donovan's bubblegum dungeon is here to stay. It's unfortunate. It's here to stay. Haize, are you going to watch the Bucks destroy the Heat to feel better? It won't make me feel better. It doesn't make me feel better. It is what it is. Like I said before, I said it on, I think, today's pre-recorded episode. Every team in the NBA season will end in an L except one. That's it. And I enjoy basketball, so you're absolutely right. I'm going to watch all the games. Haize, do you think what do you think is our biggest need making a significant addition to the point guard position or add quality, consistent shooting? Both. And it really depends because if they do the career-ending injury exception for Lonzo Ball's contract, then you could do both. You could do all of it, right? On top of trading things. So we'll see. We'll see. Hate to see the Bulls fans try to pin the failure of the season on a single person and then be so reactionary and say trade them after one bad performance. And with that dumb blaming Vooch shit, listen, it is. Most fans aren't rational. Most fans don't actually watch games. Like there are a ton of Bulls fans that the only games they watched this season were these 2 playing games because because they don't pay for League Pass. They don't live in Chicago. They don't actually watch game. They just have box score watched all season. There's a huge part of Bulls Nation that, hey, if it wasn't on national TV, wasn't on TNT, ESPN, or NBA TV, again, not League Pass, but NBA TV, they ain't see shit. They just been watching box scores all season. I got my fingers crossed that Lonzo comes back to good. Holding my breath too. He would make this team instantly better. They would have walked into the playoffs if he was here. Well, he makes the team better for sure. And they probably wouldn't have been a playing team. But that team still ain't going far in the playoffs. So, and keep in mind this, and like I said, I went over the research. Players, not even in the NBA, because no NBA players come back from this surgery, but high-level athletes that had this surgery, out of like, I think it was like 35 that were monitored over a 5-year stretch. Only 7 of those were able to return. And then only 5 of those 7 were able to play at a high level for a consistent amount of time. And then the median time that it took those players to come back was 18 months. Lonzo Ball has 24 months left on his contract. It's highly unlikely that Lonzo Ball is going to be able to come back in a meaningful way during the length that he has left on his contract. If he still had a 4-5-year contract, that's different. But with him only having 24 months left on that contract, it's highly unlikely that he comes back and makes an impact in the amount of time that he's going to have. It's just not likely. Bucks fan here. I was looking forward to an I-94 series. I like y'all squad, and if Lonzo never got hurt, y'all will be right there as one of the best teams in the East. Salute. Hey, I hope you guys have a great playoff series. Seriously. Think Duncan Robinson? Fuck, keep that motherfucker off this team. Hell no. Hell no. How about adding Fred VanVleet to the roster for 2023-24? That's if he opts out. And how much is he willing to take? There are a lot of, like, Trey Jones would be the one that I'd go after first. But I wouldn't be mad at VanVleet coming here. Wouldn't be mad at that at all. Depends on the price, but I wouldn't be mad at it at all. Travis says, if P-Will don't find no heart and get the Kobe mental to shoot. First of all, the fact that you went to the highest, like, there are maybe 2% of players in history that have the Kobe mental. So, no, he doesn't need to get to the Kobe mental to be effective. But don't worry about the missed shots and just have the confidence of, I know I missed my last 6, but I'll make the next 6. He won't never hit his full potential. Well, I think it's not even about shooting, because P-Will's biggest potential may not even be scoring, right? But the energy things he needs to do, the aggressive level he needs to do, the not getting in his own head, not hesitating to take shots, he absolutely needs to do. He's already taken a really big leap, and his free throw volume and percentage goes up. That's a rarity. So let's hope he can build off that this summer. Let's hope he can. We'll see. I have hopes for P-Will. I'm not one of the people that's out on P-Will at all. Too bad they extended Billy. Could have gone after Nick Nurse, who was marginal upgrade. But see, that's a marginal upgrade. And like I said before, whenever the Bulls do move on from Billy Donovan, I don't want them to go after a name coach. I want them to do their research and find the next great head coach. I want them to go and find our Eric Spoelstra. Nobody knew who Eric Spoelstra was. People doubted when Pat Riley went up to the front office and they had Eric Spoelstra come in to coach that team. People had doubts. That's what I want this Bulls team to do. We need to stop. We went after the name with Billy Donovan when we probably should have went after Ime Udoka, who nobody thought was going to be that level of a coach. So, no, I do not want to see the Bulls go after a name. I don't want to see them go after Nick Nurse. I don't want to see them go after, well, if they were to move on for Billy today, okay, cool, Ime Udoka. But when it comes time, because it's going to be another 2 or 3 years before we ever do move on from Billy Donovan, I want to see the Bulls do their research and bring in the next great coach that's going to develop a system, that's going to be the coach here for a decade and just build and develop players over time. That's what I want to see happen with this team. Markel says, the only thing that will make me happy is when the refs start getting fined for terrible calls. Yeah, I feel you on that one, bro. Feel you on that one. Mr. Cool says, as a Bucks fan, I was really rooting for the Bulls. I wanted the I-94. It seems like a lot of you guys wanted. I mean, listen, that series wasn't fun for us last season, but I definitely understand why. I mean, I say there were probably 2 or 3 games out of the series that were fun, but hey, listen, unfortunately, it didn't happen. You guys are going to have a great series, though. That should be a fun series with Jimmy Butler. I expect you guys to win in 5. That's what I expect, so. That's funny. So you're saying there's a chance. I feel you on that. I'm just hoping he gets it together. I doubt it also. Such a tragic sudden exit from the league, most likely. Yeah, it sucks, man. It really sucks. Reiner Park says, "What are you doing if the office makes little to no changes to the roster? Pray. I mean, that's all I really can do. I ain't gonna be all up in arms about it. It is what it is. Like, it's unfortunate, but hey, I don't think I've ever been more disappointed in the Bulls team in my life. Honestly, heartbroken. Oh well. Listen, I don't know how long you've been a Bulls fan. I've been way more disappointed than this season." Legacy Bulls in the building said, "Hey, did you get to try out Canva? Praying we make some moves this offseason and really improve the game. Was hard to watch, especially the last 2 minutes. Yeah, those last 2 minutes were terrible. Last 2 minutes were terrible." Exactly. He was already in their organization, but nobody knew who the fuck. And when I say nobody knew who he was, I mean generally around the league. Like, nobody looked at Eric Spoelstra as this great addition at head coach. No, they built him up through their system. He started off as a tape guy, I think, with the Miami Heat. How confident are you? Do you feel that Acme will make good decisions this offseason? Good decisions? I feel pretty confident he'll make good decisions. But we need at least 1 to 2 great decisions this offseason with this roster. So, Cheekage says, realistically, we're not giving DeMar another contract, especially for the 2 trash seasons. It'll be smart to trade him at least. It opens up slots for young guys. Well, I mean, listen, is there a world in which maybe DeMar does resign here if he's willing to take a backseat, maybe ride the bench if this team really – I mean, there's a chance of it, but I do agree with you. Like, maybe it probably is more likely than not he's not getting another contract with the Bulls. The greatest says I'm not even 30 yet, so not like, oh, so that makes sense. That makes sense. Ease Instrument says, peace, Haize. Love the content. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate all the love this season. I just read that DeMar's daughter was getting threatened from Toronto's fans. That's crazy. Yeah, it's wild. It was wild. Travis says, Haize, I'm not out on P. Will. I played D1 ball. I know I win you scoring, you give you energy. What, bro? Come on. Come on. Y'all killing me, bro. Stop with the abbreviations, man. Type it out, bro. You got all the time in the world. Type it out, fam. Type it out. What is this, Travis? Come on. You killing me, fam. You killing me, my brother. Active and aggressive on D in other areas of the game while playing. I mean, yeah, but I feel what you're saying. This is possible, absolutely. Very few players in the NBA are great two-way players, though. Do you think Zach and Caruso will be back next season? Oh, Zach's definitely going to be back. Caruso, I mean, I don't know. They could convince themselves, especially if a title contender, like the Bulls, it depends. If the Bulls see somebody they really like in this draft and a title contender has a first-round pick that's like 22, and the Bulls are like, hey, you guys want Alex Caruso to be your defensive anchor? They're like, yeah, we got enough offense. Anything can happen. He said, D one of my ass. That's funny. Heard this idea floated on some other podcasts. How do you feel about going after Van Vliet? Somebody just asked that. It really depends on the money, right? Because we don't have a lot of money to spend. That's another reason why I do hope that they use the career-ending injury exception, because we just don't have a lot of money to spend. So we'll see. We'll see. Throw some likes at your boy. More likes equal more money to Haize to be clapping it. Whoa. Whoa. How did we get to clapping cheeks? What? That's deep. I should have pre-read that before I put you up on the screen. I'm with you, BLJ. That shit made my hair hurt. Yeah, listen, that's part of the job. If I'm Kobe White, I'm trying to leave this team. They kept putting me in trade rumors and was ready to listen. No, see, okay, Mike Milley. Teams don't put players in trade rumors. The Bulls weren't putting Kobe in trade. Honestly, if you go back and look at AK, he's been pretty consistent in how he's viewed Kobe White. Even Billy Donovan. The team did not put Kobe White in trade rumors. Pundits put Kobe White in trade rumors. Some YouTubes put Kobe White in trade rumors. Some ESPN analysts put Kobe White in trade rumors. The team didn't put Kobe White in trade rumors. So I just wanted to separate that there. Ready to give up me for a second round? No, if they wanted to give up on Kobe White for a second round pick, they would have done so at last year's trade deadline. They definitely could have got a second round pick for Kobe. Tell me another Bulls team that was more disappointing than this one. The 07-08 Chicago Bulls were absolutely more disappointing than this team. The second year of the Baby Bulls were absolutely more disappointing than this team. That 07-08 Chicago Bulls team was the team that the year prior swept the defending champions and came in with hoping that they were going to make some improvements and develop. That was another season that they hoped Kirk Heinrich, Luol Deng, Ben Gordon, that they were going to develop even more and use that playoff run that they had when they ended up losing to the Detroit Pistons, I think, in 6 in the second round after sweeping the Miami Heat. See, Bulls fan. I'm a Bulls historian. That season was way more disappointing than this season. Way more disappointing than this season. That team sucked, man, and was so talented. Mr. Cool says ESPN proposed the Bulls trading Zach LaVine for Trae Young. Yeah, that's that. No, keep lollipop hair up off my team. I don't want Trae Young on this. Keep this up off my team. We don't want that on the team. I would flame him every single game. Ease Instrument says 07-08 was definitely a disappointment. That was the reason why I love basketball again. Definitely. Miami was hurt all over in 07 though. LOL, it's like when Philly beat us in 2012. That's not. No, go back. That team was not really banged up. They were not really banged up. Now, Dwayne Wade did. I think it was his shoulder then, but it wasn't like it was all up. Now, keep in mind, it doesn't matter. A Miami Heat team with Dwayne Wade and Shaq with that team was still more talented than the Bulls team. Namir says, "Love your content, C-Red. I appreciate you." Auntie, love you, Haize. Hopefully I see more of you. Listen, I'm not going away. So I love you too, Auntie. Thank you for making this season great. Make sure, I think you already called in and left a voicemail. I think I saw a notification pop up with your name on it. So we'll definitely get that mailbag in. Travis says, Haize, I'm working while listening to the show, but I was saying is I know when you scoring, it gives you energy to play better defense and be aggressive in other areas of the game. Agree. And that's one of the reasons why when people say stuff like, well, not every player gets plays called for them. Why should Billy Donovan have to call plays for Patrick Williams? It's like, because it helps you stay engaged, right? It helps you stay engaged. So, like, touching the ball helps you stay engaged. Ask your girl. Like, ask her if touching the ball helps her stay engaged. It does. But all right, y'all. I love you guys. That's it. We're going to go ahead and put a pin in. This is when we went a little bit longer. Usually we go about 45 minutes. But since it's the end of the season, I wanted to give you guys a little extra content, man. Bears season coming up. If you guys are Bears fans, go to listen and check out Chicago Bears Central on every social media platform. On every YouTube podcasting platform because we're going to be really focused on that. If you're a Sky fan, the WNBA season is less than a month away. The preseason opener is May 5th. I'll be focusing over on that channel. And then you may guys see me over on Chicago White Sox and Cubs Central as well, helping Big Kev out over there. So Black Prophet says, yes, I remember that season. I also remember Kobe was talking about possibly leaving the Lakers. He was looking at the Bulls. The Bulls did not want. No, that's wrong. And you're talking. You see, you're going off what Bulls Daily said, and that's wrong. If you go back and look, Kobe White said it. I'm not Kobe White. Kobe Bryant said it in an interview. It wasn't the Bulls hesitant to give up on him. Kobe White didn't want to come to this team if the Bulls had to trade Luol Deng to get him. He wanted to play with Luol Deng, and there was no way for the salary to work out. The Bulls were willing to give up Lou, Ben Gordon, and I think Joakim Noah at that time, to bring Kobe White to this team. It was Kobe who turned down the trade because he did not want to come here if he could not play with Luol Deng. This is why I always tell you guys, check your sources. Bulls Daily is a terrible ass. No, is it Bulls Daily? I don't want to throw whatever that dumbass Facebook page that posted that Garpax didn't want to give up Ben Gordon. That's not what happened. That was not it at all. That was false. Kobe Bryant didn't want to come here if the Bulls had to give up Luol Deng to get him. He was adamant about playing with Luol Deng. That's what happened with that. So just had to clear that up. Just had to clear that up. OG Bulls fan here. I remember everything. Kobe literally did an interview in which he said that. I think it was well after the fact because he was talking about he even started looking at schools in Chicago, but he didn't want to come here if he could not play with Luol Deng because he understood he had to have a defensive player like Luol Deng next to him if he wanted to pull this team out of the fucking place that we were. So no, gotta correct that. But all right, y'all. Funkle says, have a good night, dude. Good stuff. Y'all stay healthy. Y'all stay safe, man. Don't let this roster get you too far down. Let's hope some changes are coming in this offseason, man. And we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. I think we're in for an exciting offseason. I know we don't have a draft pick, but I really do think that we're off to an exciting offseason and we can do some things, man. I really do think so. Let's hope that it happens. Let's see what AK and Eversley got cooked up for us, man, because they try to come back with continuity. It's about to be real ugly, real fucking quick. That's for damn sure. But that's it, man. You guys have been amazing this season. I do not want to leave this without giving you guys your props. I told you guys before, I'd be an idiot here talking to myself if it wasn't for the amazing people that help uplift this channel and just I do sometimes a terrible job at promoting it. You guys have been amazing. I appreciate you guys so much for everything that you've done this season, for the growth of this channel. We passed 10K subscribers this season. We probably would have passed 12K subscribers if the Bulls would have won tonight. But we're close to 12K subscribers, and we almost doubled this season. And I thank you guys so much for that. That's because of you guys. You guys spread the word. You guys interact. You guys help push us. You guys do all of that, man. It's been an amazing season. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere, so I don't mean for it to sound like that. This isn't the end. We'll still be back. It's just going to change a little bit. I love you guys, man. Go Bulls. See red if you can, man. And this time, by see red, frustration. I'm sorry that the season didn't end better. Hopefully next season we're talking about, and we're not ending this early, and we're talking about a playoff stretch. Let's hope so. I love you guys, man. Go Bulls. You guys are the best part of the channel. Peace, y'all.